now that you've recorded a video, you need to get the video to your students. So there are lots of ways that you can get your video to your students. Let me just kind of show you a couple of them. They all work very similar. So in my district, uh, we have our email set up to where we also have a lot of other apps in here because it's through Office 360. So we have access to like Word and Excel and PowerPoint online. But we also have OneDrive, which is like a storage system online. So let me open up OneDrive. And if I have a video I want to share with my students, this is one method that I can use. So let's say I have a folder full of just where I store all my videos online or something like that. So I'm just going to grab a video that a place that I already have open. I can upload a video. So I can go to Upload, Files, and I can grab a video and then upload it. So let's say I uploaded a video. Let me just open up one that I might already have a video in. If I want to share this video with someone else using OneDrive, there's a share button. If you saw that little arrow there, I can actually type someone's email and send a direct link to them. But that's not practical for me to share with all my students. What I do want is to like copy a link, and I could take that link, I can just copy and then paste that link somewhere else, and when they click on it, it will take them to it. I can also find that under this little three dots here, where I can just click copy link there. So there's a couple of different ways, or share, and it all pretty much does the same thing. If you have like a Gmail account, it's the same. You can click on this little waffle pattern here and go to your Google Drive, and you've been storing things under Google Drive. And you can take any file that you have, and you should be able to share it with your students. To do that, you click on the file and then you click Get a Shareable Link. And you probably want to set its restriction to anyone with a link. And you could just copy the link, and then you can send it to them. Now, I've heard from people say that you want to hit anyone with a link, hit done, and then reopen it so that your permissions stay that same, and then hit copy link. That's what I've heard. I don't use Google Drive very often, but this is what I've heard. And then you hit copy link, and then it's saved it, and then you can go paste it anywhere. So if you're using Edmodo, or you're using Canvas, or you're just emailing something out, this is one way that you can do it. Now, during the pandemic, what I did is I put everything on YouTube. When I was just in my classroom, I had my videos uploaded on a network and a system of files, and they could just go click on it there, and that's easy. But I didn't have them in my classroom with a network, so I had to think of something else. So I put it on YouTube, and let me show you what you can do with YouTube. So to have a YouTube account, you need to have a Gmail. Most people do. I think you can just, if you have a Gmail account, then you already have a YouTube account. You just have to connect it or something like that. So you want to create your account, log into it, and then you can find a button here that says create a video or post. If I click on that, then I can upload a video, and I'll select a file. I guess I'll grab one that I've done in the past. You can change the title here to whatever you want it to be called. It will automatically upload 3 thumbnails that it, I guess, scanned through your video and found 3 that it thinks would work. It seems arbitrary. I don't know if it's a good system or not. You can add it to a playlist right away if you wanted to. I always put no, it's not made for kids, because it's not like a little kids thing, but I don't want it to have any sort of like restrictions on it. So don't restrict my video. It's not something inappropriate, just not for children. Then there are different video elements that I haven't used, like adding an end screen. So if you ever watched any YouTube videos, sometimes a lot of the professional ones will come up to the end of their video and they'll have different video links clicking to other videos that they've made, and it'd be like a quick switch over to where it's just them talking to you as opposed to the video they were on. You can add little promotional cards, but all of that is for if you're trying to sell a channel, and we're not trying to sell a channel, we're trying to teach students. So you can ignore all of that, I would say. So let's look through the visibility options that we have. It depends on what types of privacy that you want. For instance, if I set this video to private, that means no one can see it. It's not searchable on YouTube. If they go to my YouTube channel, they won't find it. The only way that someone can watch a private video is if I send them a link and they have like a login that you give them. Unlisted means you put it up on your YouTube channel. I don't think it shows up on your channel, but it's unlisted, meaning if people searched for it, they wouldn't find it. Like on a search engine, it wouldn't come up. But you can share. It's somewhat private, not as private because it's a shareable link, but it doesn't have a code to get in. And then public, which means that you can share the link. It can be found on YouTube if anybody's searching for it. So if it's nothing that you don't want out, like for instance, it's not like private student data or a personal message, then I would put it as unlisted. If it's not that, then put it as public. And if you don't want anything of your teaching to be shown or searched for by the public, but only to the students you share it with, then put it as unlisted. But if it doesn't matter to you, then add public. You can also schedule it. So let's say that I'm working real late because all my kids are in bed and I don't want them in the background of my video, so I'm working late. I'm going to post the video, but I know that some of my students have subscribed to my channel, so I don't want them to get like a ding or any sort of thing like that. I don't want them to find my video yet. Then I can set it to, post tomorrow morning. I can set the schedule, but I still can have a link, so then I can actually put the link where I want, like on Canvas or Edmodo or Seesaw, for them to be able to click on it, but it won't have any video for them until it posts here. So then you can kind of set up your post on Canvas. It's all set up for them in the morning, but the video isn't available until like 7 a.m. or something like that. Now, if you notice, it came up with this little thing here. I've got the video link right here, and I can click this button here that says copy video link. And then I can paste that into my whatever platform I'm using to teach and reach my students. You can also do an embedded link. Well, what I've found, if I do a regular link, sometimes it puts the video in the area that I'm posting it, sometimes it doesn't. But if I do an embedded link, it will embed the video into whatever I posted. So at the time I was using Edmodo, now we're moving on to Canvas. If I embedded a link, it would for sure put it up on the post on Edmodo. So you might want to try that. The copy button is here towards the bottom. It would actually put video embedded inside of what I'm using to communicate with my students. Now, if you lose this window, which of course you would get rid of it, and you wanted to reshare the video with students, it's quite easy. You can find it just here. Any one of my videos I can come to and I can look at the details. I can look at the options for them. So let's say if I click on the edit button, then it opens up this window and I can change things, but I can also get my link right here and I can just copy that link. Now, one thing that I would suggest that you do, and that is to verify your YouTube account. Now, to verify your account is different now than when I first did it, so I don't know the steps. But I recommend that you type in how to verify a YouTube account and look for something most recent, not an older one, not a year old, because it's changed since then, so something that's been within the last few months. Click that and it will walk you through it. It's actually a very simple process. What verifying a YouTube account does is, if I remember right, it connects your YouTube account to like a cell phone. So it verifies that you're a person. That's what it's trying to go through, and that you're not a bot, which of course, I'm sure people can already get around that already. But what it does open up for you at a minimum is it allows you to upload videos of any length before you are capped at just 15 minutes. And it allows you to make your own thumbnails. Before, it just had its own thumbnails. This one will allow you to make your own thumbnails, which is nice. So then, not that you can make it on the program, but you could open up Microsoft Paint, take a screenshot of one of your video pieces, and then you can add stuff to it. In my next video, I'm going to show you how to do some basic stuff to do that. See you in the next video.